Hey, whippersnappers, this is Totem the Grey. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Middle-earth Adventures in Minecraft. Today, we are, let's take a look at the map. If I can remember the key. Yes. I'll have to ignore that. I changed my skin. Apparently, it did not work. So we traveled from this area. Last episode, we were wandering around killing orcs and dealing with invasions and stuff. Heading towards this right here, Mythland, which is an elf area, and so we've been hanging out in the city of the elves. There's nothing quite right here, but right here we have a cool little elf structure, and there's elves all around. They've got their beautiful banners and all that nonsense. We've been collecting a couple of quests. We've got 5 active ones presently. We need to collect 25 war bones, which we're in the middle of. We need to slay some orcs. Orcs, spawn of Angmar. I don't know what the spawn of Angmar is. In fact, I might get rid of that one. Let's see, 25. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the spawn of Angmar, but eventually, once we go to the Blue Mountains, I think like this is the actual area of Angmar, so we might make a broad loop, go up through these areas. I'm not sure what's really up here and up into here. Maybe on our way back. But we'll figure that out. If we don't see any Angmar orcs in our journeys, we'll just remove those quests and pick up some other ones. But today, let me grab my axe. Bill is raring and ready to go. So let's head out. Picked up a couple of dogs with the bones. We've got 1 bone left, but I found a couple of wolves on my way over here, so we've got a couple of those. So we do have a couple of teammates with us presently, even though all of our teammates are dead. So that'll be nice to have some companionship besides Bill as we head on. And there's lots of elves and stuff out here. And they're all about Spawn of Angmar, which. See, because some of these areas, like the area we're in right now, Eredor, spans, like, this is all Eredor technically up in here and stuff, which is, it borders Angmar, so you're getting lots of quests for that kind of stuff, because it just, location-wise, it doesn't really read it very well. Because it's just like, oh, we're in Eredor, so, the kinds of things you would want to do is this, but we're actually really far away from that. So, we are, again, to refresh your guys' memory, since it's been a couple of weeks since we've been here, we're here, and we're going to cross this little area and get up into the Blue Mountains, trying to get up into some of these dwarvish cities, because that's kind of the only area that the Blue Mountain dwarves are at. What did I want? I wanted, oh, this. This is what I wanted. So we have 181, points with the Blue Mountain dwarves, and we can get some powerful dwarvish allies for our fellowship army deal. So we're going to head over there because this is kind of the only area where we can get at them. And so we're going to give that a shot, see if we can't get some dwarvish allies, see if we can't spend some time in the mines getting some good gear. At this point, we can only see Bill that way. At this point, I've done a little bit of repairing of my gear. I lost my pants, so I had to make some new pants. What I really need is, I need to stop and get some diamonds at some point, because I need to make a enchanting table. More Angmar wargs. No, I haven't seen any Angmar wargs. I think the only wargs we saw were Gundabad wargs. But yeah, so looking to get some better gear together, and we're going to do that through mining some better materials. I think we can get mithril in maybe the Blue Mountains area. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But that would be cool, because I think that is technically the strongest material in the game, even stronger than diamond. But we would want a couple of diamonds just to get some picks going, be able to build an enchanting table so we can take that with us. Even if we'd only be able to do some low-level enchants, it would be nice to have the option, because none of the places I've been to at present have had any kind of enchanting stuff. I did install Optifine, although I've never used it before, so I don't know, maybe I have to turn it on or something. It seems like the loading's going a little bit better, at least. There's some slight lag as we're traveling through areas we've never been to, but not too bad. Some pretty elvish areas, though. I love this kind of birch foresty look. We've got some elves in here. Let's see if anybody will give us any interesting quests as we head on. I've always loved the children. For many years, centuries past, I've collected various plants and weeds. Bring me 5 birch saplings. Absolutely. We will do that. Where's my axe? Birch saplings, I can do that all day. Bill, don't go anywhere. Let's actually check, see if I've got all these pouches now. I might actually have some stuff stashed away. It's unlikely that I would be carrying birch saplings. I know they're not in the quest pouch, but let's cut down a couple of these. Let the wolves wander around. That's a quest we can take care of real easily. So actually, what I'll do is I'll continue cutting this stuff down. I'll get this quest stuff gathered, and then I will bring you guys back once we're ready to move back on. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, welcome back. We got our 5 birch saplings. That was easy. Bill's wandering up that hill. Let's talk to this lady here. We get a bunch of coins and did it say how much? It didn't say how much. I missed it. Anyway, we got a handful of coins here, which is fantastic. Let's throw this in our valuables. We got tons of money. We need to spend some of this stuff when we get to the dwarves, I think. Don't need this. A little bit of wood won't hurt having on board. Alright, so, fantastic. Let's, got my dogs wandering around. Gonna jump on Bill here. We're gonna continue on west. And nice to be able to get a little bit of stuff in and give us a little... We've got some actually pretty good... pretty good points with the high elves. I don't know what level we need to get to before they'll trade with us. I know the rangers, I looked it up, we have to get minimum 300 to trade with the rangers. And so we're actually getting pretty close to that. We will probably, if we come across some more orcs and stuff on our way, we'll probably have a good chance of being able to pick up some rangers for our clan. And I think I'm largely going to save our money for that kind of stuff. Because hiring of units, we've got to pay them, so at least for the initial rental. Okay, so here's the water. We've made our way to the coast, so we're gonna breach this. Since Bill can swim, we're gonna just kind of go across, and it seems like that'll be the quickest way to get into the Blue Mountains areas. So let's words. Let's jump on in. Hopefully the dogs can keep up, and Bill doesn't mind fording the open sea. Oh, come on, boys. Oh, I have not had good luck with dogs in water in just like normal Minecraft, so hopefully they hang on. I'd hate to lose them, but we are going to have to cross water either way, and I don't want to have to go way up and around. That's not going to work. Darn it. Okay, well... really unfortunate. We may have to come back at some point and get them, I guess. Or maybe. Oh, hold on. Let me try something. I've got a couple of leads. Maybe I can lead them and bring them along with me. And so I'll jump forward and I'll bring you guys back when we're getting closer to the coast over there, because I can't imagine there's going to be anything terribly interesting between now and then. So I'll bring you guys back here in a second. Alright guys, welcome back. Me and Bill and the dogs are making our way, and we're just about at the coast here. It was a long, boring ride, let me tell you. It took a long time. The night is ending, and we were like at noon-ish when we started. If that means anything to you, I mean, it was really a very long time. I just kind of sat here, and pressed forward, and oh, that's water. I was like, what is that up there? Alright, boys, let's go find a place where we can actually land. Because Bill can't jump more than one block, and I need to be able to get the dogs up. Oh, over here it looks a little more promising. Yeah, should be able to make this work. We'll get some blocks out if we need to. Pull up right over here. I'll get off Bill for a second. Haven's Day, 1 4-Yule of the something else. Is that? And oh no. Oh, okay, they're right here. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go to the bottom of the ocean to get my leads back. That would have been the worst. Put these in for a second. Nope, Bill, come here, boy. Dogs, you can follow. Actually, let's. Do I have dirt? I do. Fantastic. No, not steak. Let's. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna have to remove blocks. I have a shovel? I do not. Man, glad I brought you guys back. Huh? Actually, let's do this. All right, I think we can maneuver the rest of this. Let me grab Bill, and we'll continue on up the hill. We are not going to do well in the foothills or in the Blue Mountains, I don't think, buddy. You can't jump more than you can't go more than a block at any point in time. You're going to have a bad day, I think. I think this is going to get rough. We may have to, at some point, abandon Bill, just for maneuverability's sake. He's just not good. Alright, but we are here, and finally we're on the shore, so we're going to continue a little northwest and see what we can't find. My mini map up in the corner is kind of worthless. Got to figure out a way to get it zoomed out. I just haven't taken the time to bother with it. But yeah, it doesn't show like anything that I can't. It shows less than what I can already see rendered in. So I was like in the water. I'm like, where's the land? Where's the land? Desperately trying to figure it out. And hello. Yeah, we got elves everywhere. It's fantastic. I'm excited to get some elves on our team at some point. I gotta look up how in love with me they've got to be. Anyway, elves all over the place. Let's continue. We're going south now. That's not what I want. Let's continue on over this way. We've got some beautiful elvish forests, though. And hopefully this forest is tall enough that Bill can get through here. It looks like these birches are a good height. Let me talk to this guy. Nope. No love for the Tortimer yet. We got some other horses here. Ooh. I don't want to abandon Bill just yet. We'll take Bill with us at least to the Blue Mountains. I don't want to leave him in a forest somewhere. If we want to leave him in the charge of the dwarves or something, the dwarves could make use of a nice little pony. And it's actually really helpful that he can swim. I don't know if that's a thing that all horses can do in this mod, or if it's just a Shire pony thing. But yeah, especially, you know, crossing a giant ocean, that took like literally 15 minutes of swimming. And I think Bill was moving kind of slow, but still, that would have been rough. I guess I could have led the horse like I did with the dogs, but whatever. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great Christmas break and everything like that. I took a couple of weeks off, which was actually pretty nice. I started playing on a new, some of my friends who, I mentioned it before in some of my videos, some friends of mine had left the Decimon server for one reason or another, and then they decided they wanted to get back into Pixelmon, and so they created a new server of just those guys and some other people and things like that, and they invited me to join them with that, and so I've kind of been playing on that just for fun, and it's been really nice to just game for fun. Because I have not done that much lately, and I've been playing a little bit of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire as well, the new Pokemon game. I've been doing that, and having fun with that. So yeah, gaming for fun again has been nice, and I'm glad you guys gave me a break to be able to do that. You guys, I continue to get subs at almost an alarming rate, in the sense that, man, I was getting more subs on average in the weeks that I wasn't uploading than I think I generally do in weeks where I do upload, which was a little sad for me, but nice to get subs, I guess. So great, welcome any of you new guys who are here because or who showed up during that break. I hope you guys are enjoying my content coming back out, and you're not like, oh wait, this guy updates, so I don't want to be part of that. But yeah. Really enjoyed it, and I got to see the new Hobbit movie over the break as well. That came out since well, no, it didn't come out since I stopped uploading, but I didn't get to see it. My wife and I were busy. It came out here on like a Wednesday or something, and we just ended up being busy. We were hoping to go with some friends from in town, and that didn't work out, and so we ended up seeing it with my wife's family when we were up visiting over Christmas. And it was nice to go see a movie with them, so that worked out nicely. But man, we got lots of elf warriors here. What are you people up to here? Is this a dangerous place to be? Hi, Lovanen, indeed. All right, let's see if we're making any progress here. I'm gonna actually cut, and we'll talk more about the Hobbit movie when I come back. But I want to get into at least the Blue Mountains foothills area. So maybe I'll come back when we're around here, and we'll continue on. So I'll see you guys again in just a second, and we'll make some more progress, see if we can't find ourselves some dwarves today. As fun as the elves are, we'll find ourselves some dwarves. So I'll see you guys back in a second. Alright guys, welcome back. We are in the middle of traversing the Blue Mountains foothills. Bill's hanging on alright so far. It's a pretty easy terrain horse-wise. I do think that sadly at some point during this journey we managed to lose one of the dogs. I looked back at one point and there was only one of them with us, so I don't know when at some point that happened. I don't think it happened to death like our Hobbit friends did, thankfully, but I think he's sitting somewhere waiting for us because he's not here anymore. But yeah, so we're in the foothills. We're just about to get over into the Blue Mountains. And then next time we'll probably pick up in one of these cities. I think we're going to spend a fair bit of time with the dwarves. May even stop by some of these elven cities at some point. But I think we're going to spend a fair bit of time with the dwarves, getting equipped, building up our army. Some of the dwarf warriors look like they'll be real useful. And I want to get a couple of them, especially since we've got so much money saved up. I think it'll be good to get some of those stout dwarven warriors on our side, and then we'll come back and we'll see what other peoples want to join our little conquest. Yeah, so we're just about to the Blue Mountains. I'm really excited. Even just this Blue Mountain foothills. I was talking about terrain earlier, but man, it's beautiful. So I'm excited to see what the Blue Mountains has to offer. But now the moment you've all been waiting for, Tortimer's opinion on the most recent Hobbit movie. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to have heard this, pretty much everywhere, but really, I was, well, I don't know, I was growing up when the Lord of the Rings movies came out, and I really, really loved them. For Father's Day one year, my dad and I, my mom was out of town, and none of my brothers were home, so my dad and I were just hanging out for Father's Day, and, we did a 12-hour long Lord of the Rings marathon, and we watched the extended editions from beginning to end, beginning of Fellowship to the end of Return of the King, 12 hours of footage, made some great steaks and everything. It was beautiful, but that was such a great time. I love the original trilogy, and just what they did with practical effects melding with computer graphics and all that. I mean, I went to school for graphics, so I appreciate good graphics, but I guess the operative word there is good graphics. The Hobbit trilogy, they added so much, they did so much with, CGI when they could have done it practically like they did in the original trilogy. Oh, here we go. Here's a change of terrain. Looks like maybe some mountainy stuff. Looking good, looking good. But yeah, I mean, so they did so much. I want to see what this is. No. Go. Let's see what this is. It doesn't look like stone. Saarland. Very interesting. So I mean, just the whole trilogy in general of the Hobbit stuff. It was enjoyable, I guess. There was a lot of stuff in it that I didn't enjoy. As a fan of the books, and just as a movie fan in general, like, lots of stuff that didn't need to be there. Lots of unnecessary, like, parallels to the Lord of the Rings. Just, like, stuff that was happening. It's like, okay, this wasn't in the Hobbit, and it didn't need to happen. It's only here because it happened in Lord of the Rings. Like, when the dwarf guy got shot by a Morgul shaft, as they called it, a wraith arrow, I guess, or whatever. And so they had to find the Kingsfoil again and everything, and it's just like, really? Are we doing this? My axe is in Bill. So I mean, there was a lot of, and there's a door. I don't need an axe. Ooh, and there's a ladder. Okay, well, very cool. Why don't you, Bill? Why don't we get you in here? We are at the dwarf place. But yeah, so I mean, they did a lot of unnecessary, like, graphical stuff, just like CGI. Like, all the orcs in this were CGI, and I mean, that's, I don't know. I really, the beauty of the Lord of the Rings trilogy was how much they did practically, and so to see all of that stuff that they actually did do practically in the original series, to have that, oh wow, this is beautiful. To have that not be done practically in this was just kind of disheartening. And I did like this last Hobbit movie better than some of the other ones, I think, just because, it was exciting at least. There was lots of action going on. and I felt like they added less to this movie than they did in some of the previous movies. So there was less of like unnecessary love story. Talk to this guy. Oh, let's trade. What do we? I can buy silver ore, gold ore, salt. What does he want to buy from me? I can sell him steak and stuff. All right, let's trade with this guy. What does he got? He can sell me some lava, some tin ore, and he'll buy all kinds of stuff. I wonder if I've got any of those ales on me. That would be useful. This is cool. This is cool. I'm excited about this. Look at this. We're in the Dwarven Kingdom. What are they? Are they fighting each other? Hey, buddy. Oh, he was jumping on the stalactite. But yeah, so I mean, I feel like there was less unnecessarily added stuff. Like there was this whole thing at the beginning, I guess, where you know, Gandalf was getting rescued by Gladriel and other things. But I think for the most part, it wasn't too bad. There wasn't as much of it as, you know, previously. So that was nice, and it was exciting and things like that, but I don't know. It was, you know, it definitely didn't even come close to the original trilogy for me, but I felt like this was at least a fitting cap-off to the rest of the trilogy. It was a fitting end to this trilogy, which was good at least. Let me see if I've got orc ales and stuff. I guess I don't really have any actual ales on me. But yeah, so it was entertaining. I would go see it. I don't see, okay, I'm gonna remove this. I don't want these dwarves dying over this stuff. Alright, well, whatever. I would go see it. My wife got the second movie extended edition for Christmas. And, you know, I loved the extended editions of the originals, but as I'm sitting there watching, okay, dwarves, I need you out of here, buddies. I'm trying to figure out what's going on back here. You know, as we're sitting there watching the extended edition, because they added so much stuff to these movies as it was, all the unnecessary, you know, love stories and achievement get in dark places. Oh, is this like glowstone ore? Oh, interesting. I actually got a quest from one of the elves to bring him some glowstone. So that's exciting. We'll have to look for that ore. But yeah, I mean, so they've already added somewhat like the unnecessary love story and the unnecessary like orc backstory, you know, stuff like that with the Azog and all that. So they already way too extended as it is. And then like the extended edition adds even more stuff that's like, really? I would love for somebody to make like an unextended edition where like they cut out all the unnecessary stuff and you can actually watch it in a way that wouldn't be totally unbearable. But I mean, it was fine. The actors were good. You know, Martin Freeman and stuff. It's just I don't know, just disappointing when placed up against the other ones, which is, you know, maybe not fair, but it's made by the exact same crew, so I would say it's, you know, pretty much fair at that point. But yeah, I don't know. It's worth seeing, and it was a fitting cap to this trilogy, but just way too much CGI in general. And I'm a guy who likes CGI, but in a live-action movie, especially as a companion to The Lord of the Rings, where so much was done practically, why? I mean, like, at one point the Dwarf King shows up to assist in the battle, and like that character is completely CGI, it looks like, and there's no reason for him to be at all. So I don't know. Anyway, we made it to the Blue Mountains, and I'm gonna continue exploring. It looks like this kind of dead-ended, so I'm gonna see if I can find another little area that we can potentially explore. But I think this is a good place to call it for today. If you guys would like a more in-depth explanation of my feelings on The Hobbit, I guess I can do that at another time. I don't know that you guys care at all, and I'm sure you've watched it yourself and or seen other reviews at this point. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week with more Lord of the Rings. But all my series should have been back this week, so make sure you check those out if you haven't already, and more stuff will be coming out next week. We're back on our normal schedule, it looks like. So, yeah. Anyway, as always, I've been Tormir the Grey. I'm excited to get to the Blue Mountains and get to hang out with the dwarves and do some stuff for them. Here's a go, good boy. But yeah, we'll continue on with our dwarvish adventures next time. Get some good dwarvish friends, maybe get some mining done, etc., etc. But yeah, you guys will be here for all of that. So as always, I've been Torm with the Grain. You guys have been great. The three of us are going to hang out here, but I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.